All I wanna do is, oh yeah, yeah. All I wanna do is, oh yeah, you, baby. Oh yeah,
I'm up there. What's up?
ESPN channel. This is going to be our Battlefield Hardline review. Alright, let's jump right in. Let's talk about a little bit of multiplayer first. Multiplayer is phenomenal to say the least. I mean, it works, and it works well. With 64 players on the screen at one time, I felt like the game had no lag. It ran flawlessly. When I shot my gun, the bullets seemed to land where they were supposed to land. I died when I was supposed to die. I mean, and just, this is groundbreaking, especially for a first-person shooter to have so many people on the server at one time. The game itself just seemed super fair. It seemed like it was well balanced, and everybody died when they deserved to die. Story mode. Man, it's the most boring shit. And if you're a hardcore player, you're going to skip right over. You're not going to play it. Like, I noticed that I exited the badge. The badge mechanic, you could tell anybody to freeze and they'll drop down and fucking get the eagle on. Yeah, it didn't matter if it was 5 enemies, 2 enemies, 1 enemy. They could all have machine guns. You could have a pistol and they would still get down. All you had to do was pull out your badge. And it was a big flaw. Hardcore gamers are gonna, like, pass right over this. I know most people got it for the multiplayer. But what I wanted to do is, just to make sure that I covered all aspects of the game, I wanted to dip a little bit in the story mode.
Jesus
And the story
Christ.
mode is generic. The graphics are way better than
I'll make it
multiplayer,
rain.
of course.
I'll make it rain on them hoes. I'll make it rain.
Just check the bodies.
Sorry, I had a moment right there. But, like, when I was playing right here, man, like, it's so fucking boring. I mean, I had an hour worth of gameplay footage, 2 hours, and, like, at least an hour and a half of that was just walking around doing nothing or either listening to some stupid fucking boring dialogue. If you're a hardcore gamer, I mean, the only thing that's good about it is it helps you level progress. And with being a hardcore gamer, you're just going to exploit the badge because taking people down and the rest of them is going to give you more XP. But back to the multiplayer. The graphics are downright laughable at points.
This looks like fucking napkins. It looks like they drew. Look! It looks like they drew napkins.
Like right here, this was us in game, man, with a bunch of people just going and just looking at stuff. It was definitely a copy and paste game. If you look at the graphics of Battlefield Hardline, you can see that it's not next gen. It doesn't look next gen, even though it's 64 players in one lobby. It doesn't, and it runs smooth. The graphics just don't match up. Like Battlefield 4 outshines this easily. And what I thought to be gonna be a refreshing break from, you know, playing Call of Duty all the time, which I love to play with all my friends. Just the break in between the next Call of Duty coming out, because I'm a big Call of Duty fan. Maybe not so much lately, but just I thought Hardline was gonna come with it. It has so many broken mechanics as far as it's 64 players. The thing doesn't make any sense. I mean, it may make sense to some people, but I know it's a game, but 32 criminals versus 32 police officers. Where in the fuck does that happen? If they would have knocked it down a little bit and made it a little bit more plausible. This is coming from a franchise who has prided themselves on trying to make it a more realistic simulator than arcade game, and I think they're trying to switch over to where Duty is basically an arcade game, which brings up the driving, which is terrible. I'm downright fucking horrible. Yeah, you should never drive in this fucking game, period. In the story mode, it's clunky. It seems like the mechanics were made maybe more for a mouse than a controller, because it just does not work well. you can tell that it's a first-person shooter and they're throwing driving in there. This shit does not drive like Gran Turismo. It does not drive like Forza, so don't think that you're going to get in and you're going to drive. And just in multiplayer, the people actually broke the game. The game is broken in multiplayer as far as driving. I wouldn't recommend that anybody plays any driving mode in this game because all that's going to happen is everybody's going to get in the vehicles and just loop around the fucking outside of the map. Just fucking loop, and just follow each other like a fucking gangbang train. And you're going to be like, okay, now we won. It's the end. Well, what happened? Nothing. Everybody is fucking going around in a fucking choo-choo train while everybody else is standing on buildings with fucking grenade launchers blowing up the cars as they fucking go in a mumble line. So, to end this review, we have 5 scalings. Either the game is epic, either it's pretty goddamn good, it's playable, it's worth exactly $1.99, or it's just a flat out take this shit out. And I rate this game personally. I have a twin brother. He rates this game as a take this shit out. But that's just being a little too harsh. I rate this game as it's close. Would I spend my hard-earned money on it? I don't know, but maybe I would because I think of it more as a filler game because there aren't many big AAA titles out there. You're going to have to search through, your game libraries to try to find something to play. This is something that can fill that time if you like first-person shooters, if you just like to have fun. It's definitely it's going away from the original Battlefield type of play. Should you like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments how you feel about this game.
All I wanna do is you, baby.
Man, chill. These hoes ain't real. These niggas ain't real. These niggas got stick. Better watch what you